Hello there and welcome to the second video for how to play Thing with a Ring. In this video we're going to cover Magic, Excuses and Shadow. So Excuses and Magic are already present on your Trixie card for your Robert. You can use one of those icons and then it gets turned face down. It will get refreshed if there's a sudden event. You can also draw Magic, Excuses and Shadow and they just go in front of you. Magic can be used to zap things, so if you have some questers, no matter where they are, whether it's the party, another Robert's pit, or your pit, you could use one icon to zap any one quester card and that would go to the discard pile. The other thing you can do is you could use a magic to zap a shadow to the discard pile. And finally, what you could use magic for is if you have the ring, you could spend a magic to throw the ring back to the party. Okay, excuses now. Excuses are used to send questers from your location, whether that's the pit or the party, to another location. So with this situation here, I could spend that excuse icon to send those elves to the party. The other thing I can use excuses for is if I get dragged out of my pit, I could spend an icon to hide back in my pit once more. And then finally, if I get dragged to the party and I have an excuse icon, I can spend that icon to bring my Robert back to the pit. Next up is Shadow. So when you have Shadow, if you have the most Shadow at the end of your turn, the ring will be drawn to you and you will have to take the ring. In this case, Belinda has the most over Harry Hogwash. Should two characters have the same amount of shadow, then it will just stay wherever it is. In this situation, if I had the ring and then Harry got a second shadow on his turn, the ring at the end of his turn would move from me over to Harry. You can zap shadow. So, for instance, Harry can zap that shadow there. He has still got one shadow, so the ring still stays with him, but on a future turn, if you could zap that away as well, then the ring would come to Belinda. Winning conditions for Magic. If at the end of your turn you have 6 or more Magic icons, including that one on the Trixie there, and you don't have the ring, and you're at your pit, you win the game. You come up with an incredible spell, which makes everybody forget you ever existed, and they all go on their quest to their doom. The same happens if you happen to have 6 or more excuses. At the end of your turn, if you're at your pit, you don't have the ring, you come up with an amazing excuse not to go on the quest, and everybody else goes off to their doom, and you win the game. You cannot, however, win with magic or excuses if you have the ring. So you need to make sure you get rid of that. And finally, with Shadow, if you have 6 or more shadow icons at the end of the turn and you have the ring, you become the new thing with the ring and win the game. However, other Roberts can use a magic icon to zap some of your shadow before your turn ends, and you would then not win the game. Well, thank you for watching. That's how to use excuses and magic and how to win with excuses, magic and shadow.